Alright, this is my first video on YouTube. Here's some of my vehicles, but first is my big muscle car dream here. It's a 1967 Formula S. 1967 Formula S, 4-speed, 273, hypo 4-barrel car with limited slip. This is original paint, original stripe. There's no accidents. As you can tell, there's been no accidents anywhere on this car. It was originally a Minnesota car, I believe. From all the work, I've got the paper. I've got the paperwork from the seat. There's some spare parts on the top of the car that not spare parts, but actually parts of the car. The original gas cap, original wheels. Lug nuts aren't all original, but you can see there's a rust spot there underneath the Formula S badge. This side has the strip on the bottom, but the strip is on the top for the other side. You can tell that I'm definitely going to need some work right here on both sides, actually. There's a little bit of rust I saw somewhere at the bottom panel of the rear window. You can tell, there it is right there, there's some issues there, and I guess that's fairly normal for these cars. You can tell there's been a couple of little dings on the trim there. That's not such a little ding, but it's a ding, definitely. The bumpers are good. The bumpers are still good. It's got most all the trim to the car. I'm not exactly sure why they put that whole big metal piece there on the back, underneath the car there, onto the frame or whatever, but there you go. Some people do some things you don't quite understand. But it's still got the bumper guards, both front and back. You can tell some small critters have been in here. And there's definitely the inner wells and outer wells need to be done. Probably quite a bit of floor work too. But here's the other side. It definitely needs work on both sides. There's the rocker panels and stuff need to be done there, and piece there definitely needs work. Now this did come with center console with the 4-speed, but it doesn't have the motor or the 4-speed or the console to it. It does have the radio, but it's inside the dash there, if you can see. It's still got the original steering wheel, even though it's pretty cracked up. Plastic's pretty cracked up there. It's given everything, the seats do not look that bad. The back seat looks hardly used at all. I found canceled used checks to McDonald's from a doctor here in the car from early 70s. We'll get to all the rest of the parts here. one through the other side, and we'll see. This car did not have that many miles on it. A lot of times you'll see low mileage, but on a vehicle, and it'll just be that way because it's rolled over and started all over again. But this one, I believe, is the original mileage on it. So I can get it open, because the pedals and everything are not that worn on it. And if you can see, it says 53,071 miles on it. And it's got the performance gauge, and there's the rest of the gauges there. It's got most of the stuff to it. Of course, most everything will have to be redone. But given this color, the striping, given its color, the striping, and the motor and 4-speed fastback, it's probably only a few hundred of these made. Now here's my 46. Actually, it's a 47, early 47, but basically a 46 Chevy pickup. It's got the motor, original motor, and everything in it. And here's the 19. Beetle, cupe! Dog keeps running out of the yard. Now here's the 65 Barracuda. This is a slant 6, automatic on the floor. I originally got this because I'd never seen one before, and it was the year I was born, 1965. And it's cup. There he is. Okay. It's red bucket seats, floor console, and this was actually a preacher's car that he bought in Alaska when he was in the military. And one of the sons backed into it right there, so some work needs to be done there. There's, of course, more rust there. The bumpers are good. What have you. Badgings. This car, I've already probably got a couple $1,000s worth of new parts for it. There's a 1952, I believe, farmall A Cub tractor. There's a 1969 Volkswagen Beetle. It's originally it was a California car. It's not a Super Beetle. It's got the what was it, 1300 motor in it, 1200 motor in it. Originally a California car. My old neighbor, bought it, and way back when, and he put a couple square bars between the unibody and the, I guess, the axles or whatever, and the frame or whatever, and so he lifted it up about an inch or two, and used it as a dune buggy / surfing buggy, hence the rack on the top there. That's the original rack. And this is where a gas truck backed up into it. Wonderful gas truck. One winter. It's 4-speed, black interior. Got the Those mag rims on it. This is a 63 crestliner boat. Motor runs great. Needs new plywood on the floorboard, the seats redone, new carpet. It's a good running boat though. Here's a 49. There's a 49 Chevy deluxe sport coupe styline. Car. This does have a straight 8, I believe, in it, or straight 6 motor in it. It's got a 235, so it's actually not even the correct motor for it. It's the next size bigger, and it's a 300 tree with a split bench inside. This is a 1976 Spitfire, the only convertible I've ever owned because I'm not too big in the convertibles. They always remind me of boats. I'm not really a boat man, so I always liked hard tops. These are just the cars that I'm down to. These are all the vehicles that I am down to now. I used to have a lot more. This Triumph runs great, drives great, but I'm having some electrical issues with it because it's British. I can't figure it out. So this is the car I bought and gave to my daughter when she was about 8. She's 14 now. As a father-daughter project, so I could teach her how to work on her own car. It's got a slant 6 in it. It's a 66 Dodge Coronet 440. The interior of this is still in really good shape. Let's see if I can open this up. Yep, haven't been opened up for a while. Still in really good shape, other than a little bit of splitting there. It's in really good shape. Got the original hubcaps to it there. Even have a different panel to it, a different rear panel to back in for a 500. This is a 440, so it didn't have that. Just had the Dodge letters. And that has a 500 that came with the car. So I figured this would be a good first car for my daughter, my youngest. Given it's a slant 6, pretty bulletproof motor. Has a little bit of style to it, really heavy, so if she ever had an accident, wouldn't kill her and her friends, hopefully. And she'd be able to pile a bunch of girls in there. Here's a 74 Scout 4-wheel drive 2, Scout 2. It's got the 345 in it. Really angled wedge in that. Lots and lots of torque. It's automatic on the floor. And here is a 67 Scout. It's got the split transfer case in it. 4-cylinder split transfer case, which means it has 3 sticks, and you can put it into whatever gear you want, or you can put whatever. There's a multitude of different ways you can put the power to the the axles with that split transfer case. And that's the end of my fixer-upper yard. As soon as I get my garage built, I've got a 360, or I've got a 71 360. I have a 71 360, a 67 383, or I got a friend that has a 340 that's highly modified and would sell me, but wants $4,000 for it. So I'm not sure just how I'm going to go with that, since it doesn't have a motor in it. I got to go figure out what I want to do with it. It doesn't have the motor in it, but it was set up for that 273 4-barrel. Where is it? There it is. There's the tag for it. Oops, upside down. There's the tag for it. Fender tag. And we'll leave it at that. Like I said, this is my first video for YouTube, so I hope you all enjoy it. And good luck on all your projects.